Welcome back to NewsNation Now, giving you a live look at the U.S. Capitol, where the House is now in recess after failing to elect a speaker for the second time in as many days. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan lost ground in today's vote, losing support of two Republicans. Let's bring in correspondent Joe Khalil, who's live on Capitol Hill, has been following all of this closely. So, Joe, now we're essentially waiting to find out if Jordan will try again today.
Yeah, that's right. And I do have just a bit of news. A spokesperson for Jim Jordan just told us here on NewsNation that he is going to keep going. It was a very short statement, but essentially that is all that he said. So their intention is to try again. Now, when is there going to be potentially another vote? We don't know. Yesterday, we talked about how the timing of these recesses in between votes does actually indicate quite a bit. I mean, at this point, you got to imagine that he and his allies, again, if they're serious about another bid here, they're going to have to be going behind closed doors, trying to convince some of those now 22 Republicans who voted against Jordan to switch their votes and support him. That is going to be a really uphill battle. Is it doable? We don't know at this point, but they've at least said that they are now going to try. But, Nicole, this brings up the very real discussion that you talked about with Blake earlier and that we reported yesterday, that Democrats are at least considering and have had discussions with some Republicans about temporarily empowering Patrick McHenry, the Speaker pro tempore, so that he can at least have a little bit more authority than he has right now. And that authority would, again, mean potentially passing some Ukraine or Israel aid, potentially some spending bills to avoid a government shutdown. I got a chance in between the break, just moments ago, to talk to Democratic Congressman Morgan McGarvey and asked him whether those conversations have real momentum now. Here's what he told us just, again, a few moments ago.
I think there's Republican chaos. I'm not sure where their conference will land. So I think it's a little premature to guess where they're going to go.
Okay. Is that something that you would support, empowering McHenry as a temporary speaker?
I think it depends on the details, and that we've still yet to see what those proposals will look like and what the specifics are. So it's a bit premature to guess. Got you.
But generally, have you heard Democrats being receptive to something like that? I mean, details aside.
Look, I think Democrats want to get our government working. We've been clear we'll extend a bipartisan hand to our Republican colleagues, the details of which really matter.
Thank you, sir. And, Nicole, sometimes we get bogged down in the vote tallies and all of that. I think it's worth taking a step back for 1 second, realizing how unprecedented this situation is. We've now had 17 different votes for a Speaker of the House in this Congress alone. And now Democrats and Republicans are discussing some sort of unity situation here, empowering a temporary speaker. We've never been here before, so there isn't really history you can look back on and say this is how to proceed in this moment. I think it's just at least worth mentioning. Now, we should also mention the fact that Jim Jordan, over the last couple of days, and his allies really have been putting the pressure on those moderate Republicans who have not been supporting him. It doesn't seem that that has worked. In fact, it seems counterproductive. And we've heard from some Republicans who voted against Jordan, they don't like that. Don Bacon yesterday talked about how even his wife was getting text messages that weren't exactly in a nice way, trying to convince her husband to vote for Jim Jordan. It's unclear whether that pressure campaign is going to continue, whether they try to take maybe a new tack with those holdouts. But as of right now, it is a very, very uphill battle for Jim Jordan. One, it's entirely uncertain that he can win at this moment. Nicole.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.